Good morning, Endeavor, and a special good morning to you today, Don.
Well, good morning, Houston. I'd like to thank my wife for singing such a beautiful song there with Bandela. And when you're orbiting Earth, someplace it's always summertime.
Agree with you there, Don. We're ready for a good day today.
That wake-up music played just on time at 7:55 a.m. was performed by the group Bandela. The song was Summertime, and it was played for Pettit. Song wakes the crew up to a day that will focus on the second spacewalk of the Endeavour mission to the International Space Station. That spacewalk will see additional work on the starboard SARS joint, the solar alpha rotary joint, the joint that rotates the 240-foot tip-to-tip solar arrays in a paddle wheel-like motion.
This is Mission Control Houston. In addition to the 10 humans on board the International Space Station complex, there are some arachnids or spiders as well, and some insects in the form of butterflies. This is all part of a student-based experiment to allow kindergarten through high school students to learn how different types of life forms live and work in the unusual conditions of microgravity in space. This is a view of one of those cameras that's showing one of the orb web spinning spiders. These research activities are going on inside a commercial generic bioprocessing apparatus science insert called the CSI. Commander Chris Ferguson working to help get Heidi's Definition Piper there on the right with the red stripes around the legs of her spacesuit, and Shane Kimbrough ready for their spacewalk with some help from Greg Shamatov at the very top of your screen. As mentioned earlier, some additional guests aboard the International Space Station on this mission. Orb-shaped web-spinning spiders in one of the experiment apparati inside the Destiny Laboratory module delivered by Endeavour to the space station. Early on, the spiders seem to be weaving a fairly disorganized web, but of late, the web seems to have taken on a more normal type of configuration on orbit. Scientists on the ground in Huntsville, Alabama, noted that during today's daily planning conference with Commander Mike Fink of the Expedition 18 crew. And now here, Don Pettit continuing his work inside the space station. Pettit will be the arm operator helping out with today's activities by the two spacewalkers. He'll be making sure that the robotic arms are in the proper position for lubrication of the latching end effector of Canadarm2, the space station's robotic arm, by Shane Kimbrough. Commander Chris Ferguson and Mission Specialist Greg Shamatov are in the process of getting Shane Kimbrough and Heidi's Definition Piper ready for the second spacewalk of the mission. This is a live view of the space station's exterior from one of the exterior cameras, taking a look at the hatchway that Shane Kimbrough and Heidi Maurice Definition Piper will exit the station. The Quest airlock module is berthed to a common berthing mechanism port on the Unity module of the station, the second module to be delivered shortly after the launch of the Zarya control module 10 years ago on November 20th, 1998. Again, today the anniversary of that first Element launch and the beginning of space station construction. Expedition 18 Commander joining Don Pettit inside the Destiny Laboratory module, wearing some protective goggles as he is in the process of working with the water recovery system on board the station, getting ready to begin putting some liquids in there to start the pressurization of the system and begin the recycling work. It'll be changing out the water that's on board the space station on a continuing basis so that urine and condensation from the atmosphere and hygiene water can be reused on board the space station, significantly reducing the amount of water that has to be shipped. And there's a look at the thermal cover on the Quest airlock module hatch as it's being opened. Heidi's Definition Piper and Shane Kimbrough being given the okay to open the hatch now that the crew lock has reached sufficient pressure levels.
The tone, and my DCM is blank, bite light is out. I got tone, blank, no bite. Okay, we copy that. And Houston, we show that at 17:57:53. And for Heidi and Shane, you can go ahead and get a comm check with Eric. And Eric, how do you hear? Heidi, got you loud and clear. And I got you the same. Good to hear you. Good to hear you. Hey, Eric, how do you read? Shane, got you loud and clear. Good to hear for an EVA. Yeah, sounds good. Hi, Shane, on the UAA, check switch power EV1 and 2. 2 switches off, and the 4 LEDs are off. Copy, EV1 coming off. EV2 off, lights are off. Okay, disconnect your SCU from the DCM, install your DCM cover, and stow the SCU.
And so with that, the spacewalk number 2 of this expedition beginning at 11:58 a.m. Central Time, just about 45 minutes ahead of time. Shane Kimbrough and Heidi's Definition Piper getting ready to make their way outside the hatch of the Quest airlock module. Receiving live television pictures from Heidi's Definition Piper's helmet camera as she moves up the spur to the truss structure from the Quest airlock module. Today's spacewalk beginning at 11:58 a.m. Central Time, about 49 minutes ahead of the planned timeline for the crew. Again, today's first task will be to relocate the 2 crew equipment translation aid carts that are on the railway system that spans the space station's truss structure.
And Shane, welcome to EVA. Thank you.
And this is a view from the helmet camera on Shane Kimbrough's spacesuit as he closes the thermal cover on the Quest airlock hatch.
Cover is closed. You're going to transfer up to the C-1, C-1 interface, and then when you get there, perform a glove inspection. All right, in work. Hi, Sam. I'm just going to move over a little bit here to the next bay and temp stow the large lower U-bag. Copy that, Heidi. Sounds like a good plan. Then you're going to translate the C-2, and we'll get a glove inspection once you get the C-2. Okay, sounds good.
This is a look from one of the truss-mounted cameras on the International Space Station. A reminder that Heidi's Definition Piper is in the suit with the solid red stripes around her legs. Shane Kimbrough has the broken red stripes around his legs.
Okay, Eric, what am I looking for a marker on the starboard side? Starboard side, you're looking for 7650.
Copy 7650.
All right, Eric, I'm at the MT 2-1 interface. Going to go to unlock on the coupler.
Okay, copy that.
I put that one in capture because I didn't do it.
Okay, good. Yes, I was just going to ask you.
This one's in capture.
Okay. Eric, the MT coupler is in capture.
MT coupler is in capture. And we want to take the MT coupler to unlock when you get the chance. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. MT coupler is captured. And Heidi, can you check to see the 2 parking brake handles on, the left handle?
Either 2, yes it is. I engaged it.
Okay,
I engaged it and verified that it was in,
that is locked. You can check. Let's go ahead and get your glove check right now.
okay, where do we want to put Peter 1?
I'm just lining up on the arm, Heidi.
Okay.
See it there? All right, that's probably good. Going to put the parking brake on.
Okay, well this is the one that the handle needs to come back down.
Right. Okay, parking brake is on, Eric.
Copy. You have the parking brake on seat 1 is on.
Correct.
Okay, and I've re-engaged the parking handle.
Copy that.
Oh, great.
This is Mission Control Houston. Spacewalkers Heidi Stephanician Piper and Shane Kimbrough working to get the 2 crew equipment translation carts ready for their movement from one side of the mobile transporter system to the other, making sure that they're in a good configuration. Shane Kimbrough will be setting up and articulating portable foot restraint so that he can get onto the space station's robotic arm for the movement of those carts.
Do the whiff first, and remember to tether to the ingress aid when you get ready to move it.
Copy.
So you're going to, let me just read your step.
Okay, I think I see it. Oh, now the arm moved, I don't see it.
And Sandy, I'll take about half a meter station starboard as well.
Continuing aft and starting back. Doing only aft.
Correct.
And I can no longer see the blemish.
Okay, copy.
So I'll see if I can get it again later.
Copy.
All right, continue motion, Sandy.
At this point in the spacewalk, Heidi Stephanician Piper is supposed to be taking some photos of a blemish that's been noticed between the N and the second A in Canada on the space station's robotic arm, Canadarm2.
Okay, we're continuing aft.
Reporting that she's unable to see the blemish right now from this angle.
Yeah, thanks, Terry, for the words.
Yeah, it's just right now it is really hard to get a good picture of it because Shane's kind of in the way.
You think when it moves away, you'll get a chance to do that when you after the GCN?
I'll try.
Okay.
I'll get myself in a BRT position and have the camera available.
Okay, sounds like a good plan. And Shane, I'll just read you a step for remove the ingress aid. Once you have it tethered from the APFR, and then rotate it 180 degrees, install on the same APFR, verify the slot is facing the foot plate.
Okay, that's complete, and I'm just looking for the black on black.
Copy.
As we look at this view from Shane Kimbrough's helmet camera, Heidi Stephanician Piper reporting that she's had a good look at the blemish that she was being asked to check out on the Canadarm2. She said she saw a speck of something that's hanging off like it's away from the insulating material on the outside of the arm. That was expected on the ground.
Okay, my visor's coming up.
Heidi's definition, Piper reporting that it appears to be just a smudge on the trailing umbilical system cable.
On the camera lens or on the camera eyepiece or what? So we'll have to see. But I got a couple of pictures now that it's nighttime and I got good contrast here looking at it. It just looks like a black dot. I don't see any cables exposed. I don't know what you can see in my WVS, if that's good enough resolution, but it just looks like a black dot.
And here's a look from Space Shuttle payload bay cameras at Shane Kimbrough as he has firmly gripped that crew equipment translation cart in the process of moving it from one side of the mobile transporter system to the other so he can latch it back down on the railway system that runs up and down the truss structure of the station. This is Mission Control Houston. We're right now out of television connections with the spacewalkers outside the International Space Station, but the spacewalk now 53 minutes in duration and going very well. The crew is in the process of repositioning crew equipment translation aid cart number 1 onto the opposite side of the mobile transporter system, getting ready to latch down the wheel bogies and attach it to the rail system once again.
Okay.
Ramping out, Shane.
Okay.
Connector looks good. EMI band is intact, although it's going to a dummy connector.
Copy, and you're going to attach Papa 116 to Juliet 195.
Yep, that's in work.
That's the driver, Sandy.
And the cap to Juliet 116.
Yep.
Looks like that bail's a challenge.
Yeah, it is.
And Heidi, you might want to just try to disconnect and reconnect. Maybe you'll get it on the second time.
Okay. Off.
Be good after motion.
Copy, thanks.
And Jay, just remember as last time, once I get 2 wheel bogies released, it will just come off on one side.
Okay, thank you. Another 20 centimeters.
Copy, 20 centimeters.
Being stop motion.
Motion stop.
Yeah, how do you have a ret on the seat of cart?
Okay.
And hold on, let me get it around your safety tether the other way. Yeah, red on the seat of cart, and I'm holding on C and G. And we've got to release the wheel bogies.
Okay, Eric, here comes the port nadir.
Okay, and you said the brake is off?
Brake is now off.
There we go.
Okay, I see your clear structure. Sandy, you have a go to maneuver.
Do that, and Shane, we're going to move you forward away from the structure.
Okay, I'm ready. Great flying, Don and Sandy. Nice job.
We're here to serve. Sign up for the next maneuver.
Copy.
And BIM, if it's not springing forward, you can press with the remaining steps in that block.
Okay, copy that. Verified sufficient TA clamps are open.
Shane?
Okay, I'll open a TA clamp back here.
Copy, and just tell me where you stow that safety tether.
Right now I'm just going to put it on my T-bar, but I'll put it in that crew lock bag later on.
Okay, copy that, Shane, and then you're going to look to relocate the APFR to CETA 2 WIF 1.
Okay.
Okay, you're looking to put that in at the CETA 2 WIF 1, and you're looking for 6 o'clock.
Okay. All right, Eric, black on black, good pull test, 6 o'clock.
Okay, copy, and you said black on black did pull test.
That's correct.
And now we're looking for India, Indian, Foxtrot 6.
Okay, India, and work.
Shane, you're working on the WIF adapter now? Or you already did that?
No, that'll be next.
Copy.
Continue port.
Continuing port, and do you still need some more Zenith?
You can stop the port.
Okay, continuing only Zenith.
That's correct. About 20 centimeters more.
Copy, continuing about 20 centimeters Zenith. Okay.
And you can stop motion.
Okay, motion stopped.
Now I need to come down towards my feet to station aft about 30 centimeters.
Okay, copy, station aft about 30 centimeters. Motion started.
Good motion.
Copy.
Stop motion.
Stopped.
All right, Eric, I'm going for pictures.
Okay, copy that. We got that. 8 minutes until sunset. So, Shane, you're going to take pictures of the lee, 4 pictures in total. You're going to look at each pair of the bearings. There should be 3.
And Shane, we're now opening the snares.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll give you a call when you're go for the lee work after it's all complete.
Sounds good. Okay, I see snares are open. There's a couple S-curves. The upper right and lower right are S-curves. The one on the left side is in the groove.
Yep, we got great view, Shane. That we see it. Thanks. We see the upper right and the lower right are out of the groove.
Okay, snare is out, Eric. I'm putting the gap gauge away, going for the needle nose.
Copy. Two minutes to sunset.
Copy.
Three, two, one, mark.
Okay, complete. Push it back in. Okay, back in.
Copy. Now you're going to prep the grease gun and apply grease to the lower left bearings, 2 of them in a rectangular pattern.
Copy. All right, Eric, that's complete. I'm going to disengage the gun. And I think I can get these other 2 right here. Let me try this. What's next, right?
That's right. If you want to try those 2, then we only have to rotate it once.
All right.
And Shane, we're putting that in work. You should see the wrist start to move about now.
Okay, watching. I see it in motion.
Copy.
All right, I got a bunch of pictures, Eric.
Okay, copy. You got the 4 ones of the 3 of each of the bearings and the overall view. And Houston, you can see the condition. We're going to go ahead and give the arm a go to maneuver back unless there's anything else you want us to do.
Houston's your go.
Okay, it's complete. That's removed.
Happy to stow the bearing package in the TVA. TVA bag.
Okay, that's going to work.
I'll just let you know I'm crossing over your safety tether, but I see it's no issue right now.
Okay. Okay, it's open.
Say again, Heidi.
Okay, I think that's complete. PDA's removed.
Hey, copy.
Right here.
Yep.
All right, I'll make sure. All right, here, clamping leg is down.
Okay, copy. The clamping leg is closed.
Complete.
Copy. Now you're going to retrieve the bearing package and report the serial number.
It's a view from Mission Specialist Shane Kimbrough's helmet camera. The bag you see attached to his left hand is one of the trundle bearing assembly bags that the crew uses to carry the trundle bearing assemblies they'll be installing, and also to hold the dirty ones that they are replacing so that the debris on them does not get out when they get back to the International Space Station at the end of the spacewalk. Seeing here a view of both spacewalkers working on the starboard solar alpha rotary joint. At the top of the screen is Mission Specialist Shane Kimbrough, distinguished by the broken red stripes on his suit. And at the bottom, Mission Specialist Heidi Definition Piper with the solid red stripes on hers. Both spacewalkers are working on cleaning, lubricating, and replacing the trundle bearing assemblies of the solar alpha rotary joints race ring.
Yeah, cover 16's removed.
Copy that. Cover 16 is removed, and just make sure, just like you did with 15, that's in a good tie down so we can leave it out there.
Sure will.
2 minutes till sunset.
Okay, my gloves. Still looks the same. No peeling Vectron, just a little, that same little nick. And, otherwise, no grease on them. And, take my visor up.
Okay, Heidi, I'm going to start heading back.
Okay. I'll be right behind
Nice
you.
job.
Hey, nice job on your first EDA. It was a good day.
Super day. Great job, great work, Shane and Heidi. And then, Shane, when you get to the airlock, just let us know, and we'll read you some procedures to do.
Pilot Eric Bowe inside the station congratulating Piper and Kimbrough on a great spacewalk today as Kimbrough gets ready to head back to the Quest airlock.
I hear you talking, but I can't hear you.
Yep.
I'm on the D-ring extender, close and lock.
Okay, I heard that, so that means I can release this tether when I get there.
We agree. And Shane, how do you hear me? 1, 2, 3.
View from Mission Specialist Shane Kimbrough's helmet camera. Inside the station, pilot Eric Bowe is trying to troubleshoot some communication problems.
Tim, great work. We recommend that when Shane gets in the airlock, which looks like now, that you ask him to adjust the volume control. Okay, copy that. And we prefer...
As you can see, Kimbrough is now back inside the Quest airlock.
Oh, good point.
Okay, copy that.
And
Okay, good.
this view from Mission Specialist Definition Piper's helmet camera, so that shows that she's now on her way to the airlock as well.
I got my bag ready to the airlock. Do you hear me?
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, so then I have a go to remove the safety isolates tether?
The bag's on the aft. You got plenty of room on the bag you're kicking there.
I didn't even feel it.
Get room?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a little... Okay, I gotta go get the thermal cover.
Get that Velcro strap. Heidi?
Yeah.
Endeavor Houston for EVA. We can, just to be clear, we can complete the cleanup and ingress nominally per page 7-59. We agree.
As you can see here, Mission Specialist Heidi's Definition Piper just pulled the thermal cover on the Quest airlock closed. The spacewalk is not officially over, however, until the astronauts begin repressurizing the Quest airlock.
I need to come into the airlock a lot to...
can see that today's spacewalkers now out of their spacesuits, and that was Mission Specialist Shane Kimbrough just floating along the edge of the view there.